Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Cross Thoughts Podcast. I am your host, Joseph, and I am joined here by Mike, like always. Never going to really change.
Yeah. I feel like I bit my lip. There's like a big ulcer on the side of my lip.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
But like always, before we get started, just want to remind you, if you use code CrossThoughts at checkout on Sosit Clothing, you get 15% off. You know the deal by now. It's not really going to change, but still. Why am I seeing you put your hand in your pants, Mike?
Oh, I wasn't thinking you were looking over here. Don't be looking over here.
I look at you when we do these things because we're talking. We're having a conversation.
I had an itch. I am sorry.
You had an itch?
Yeah. I had an itch, so.
So, let's start this off by saying what I watched when I first got here today.
You watched something before you got here?
I watched you lose at Mario Party.
Oh, boy.
How does that make you feel?
We really don't need to discuss that.
I think we should.
Why?
I think we really should discuss it. Mr. I'm so good at Mario Party, he beats all his friends, but he can't beat his girlfriend?
I can't. I think I've been on a losing streak. I have lost to computers, plus Dan and Mariah, so it's not really been good. It's not been good.
So what you're saying is you need to play with me, Travis, and Nick again so you can whoop our asses so you feel better.
I don't think I would do that now. My confidence has been pretty shot in Mario Party. Like, I realize the only games I'm good at is really when you smash the hell out of the buttons or baseball. Pretty much the only games I'm good at.
The new Mario Party has a baseball minigame.
Good, then I can bring back Barry Boo.
Barry Boo?
Barry Boo.
Yeah, I think the new one on the Switch has one.
See,
from my knowledge of playing it at my brother's house last year.
Okay, so the joke of Barry Boo, started out after I graduated. My mom bought a Wii because she wanted one to keep herself entertained when we went to college. And so she bought it, so we would always play Mario Party. So we'd be all in the living room playing Mario Party, and there was this game on Mario Party 8 where you swing at baseballs. And I was always good at it. I never lost. And I was like, the one time I was talking so much shit to Dan. And I was like, it was like the last 4 turns. And I was like, I'm going to win these last 4 minigames. And the first minigame that popped up was that baseball minigame. And I was like, don't worry, Barry Boo's going to come out. And my mom and brother looked at me and went, Barry Boo? I was like, yeah, because I play as Boo. And, it's just a play on word of Barry Bonds. So I'm just Barry Boo. And I hit every single baseball. And then the legend of Barry Boo was born, so I don't lose when I play Barry Boo. Also,
you should get a tattoo of that.
But
just
also
get like a Boo tattoo with like a Giants uniform on.
I have to get a Boo tattoo.
Or Pirates.
All I know is
who the hell? Who other teams did Barry Bonds play for?
I don't know.
I know he's the Giants.
I didn't follow his career that much. I just know it was just
he's the asterisk home run leader because he did a lot of it on steroids. Hank Aaron? Was it Hank Aaron? Hank Aaron is the true king because he did it all legitimately.
I know Boo is the best pitcher in Mario Baseball, so he's still good in baseball too.
Is he the best pitcher?
Yeah.
Is he though?
His pitching is so good.
There's rumors of them making a new one for the Switch.
I hope they do.
I want them to bring back the sports titles. Those are always fun, other than just Mario Tennis, which is garbage.
I mean, I'm surprised they haven't brought back Mario Golf. I thought they would never stop making that one because, Mario Golf was so fun. No, it wasn't. It's pretty boring.
Golf is boring in general.
Yeah.
Unless you play it on Wii Sports. And for some reason that wasn't boring.
You weren't bored with that? I was pretty bored with that.
I don't get bored playing anything on Wii Sports. I have fun with everything.
I took boxing in that game really serious. In 6th grade, I would come home, and I thought I needed to work out because I thought girls like guys with muscles, and then I was just some scrawny.
Well, back in 6th grade, yeah, that's probably how a lot of girls were. They liked the guys with muscles. Now it's like dad bod city.
But I would play. Also, I don't even know if I should add this in this story.
You've already started, so you might as well. Just keep going.
The other reason why I would do this is because I was going through puberty, and I was like, how do you get a big dick?
Wait.
And I went up to my dad and I was like, "Hey, Dad, am I going through puberty? Because at the time my dick wasn't growing." And I was like, "Well, how do you get a big dick?" And my dad will exercise. So in my mind, I would just be playing. I would just be swinging my arms back and forth in fucking Wii Sports boxing, thinking working out my arms will give me a big dick. That's legitimately how I thought. Everyone here is giving me weird looks. Why? Is this like how I thought I could get pregnant?
It's every podcast. There's a moment where you say something to me and I just can't handle it. I lose my shit because it's so...
This is how I grew up. This is how you have to understand. This is how I grew up. I grew up thinking this shit.
You're so pure, Mike. Your life is so pure. Like there's just...
I thought I could get my turds pregnant.
Thought you could get your turds?
Yes, I thought I could get my turds pregnant.
How would you get your turds pregnant?
So when I was, in the start of exploring my body, thank God my mom left before I got to say that, but I would explore my body, and when I would explore my body, it would always be after I would take a duke. So I would sit there and I would just jizz in the toilet, and I would turn around, toilet, and I would turn around and I would see it in the toilet. And I was like, man, I hope my shit don't become pregnant and come back as like some mutant turd baby. So now I think in my mind in 6th grade again, I would sit in class singing. I was like, man, I hope my mutant turd baby don't come in this classroom and embarrass me. And that's what my mind thought of a lot in 6th grade is stupid shit all the time.
These are the moments where I wish this was a video podcast because, like, just how I react is what people are missing. And like how Mariah's acting, that's even great. That's even better too.
I don't like how people react to the stories I tell them about what I thought of shit when I was younger.
Why? Because we're judging you in a way.
I feel like it is. Yeah. I feel like you're judging me. Like what the fuck?
What else was wrong with 6th grade, Mike? Like what else
besides the photo? I don't know. She finally saw the 6th grade photo of me, and it's back there. I look at it and I'm like, man, why do I have my eyes squinted like that? In reality, I look like a bald Steve from Blue's Clues. And it was the most embarrassing photo of my life, and I used to be so self-conscious of it.
I remember this photo. I remember your mom showing it to me, and I was my
mom
God.
would always pull this fucking photo out. Anytime I would bring friends over to the house, it was like a punishment for bringing them over, and she would show people this fucking photo, and they would think it would be hilarious to call me Steve again. I have a blue stuffed animal in my bed because Dan got it for me randomly because he remembered that joke. I was bullied a lot in 6th grade as well. 6th grade, as long as middle school and in whole, was a very interesting experience for me. I think it actually traumatized me in many ways of all the stupid shit I had done in middle school, but I think I've grown from it. So let me ask you something.
All right.
Remember school lunches? Do you remember school lunches?
I mean, of course I remember school lunches. There's a lot of shit that happened in school lunches.
How was your table?
My table?
Yes.
Let's see. My table.
What was your table like? Was it like the
my
lab
table jumped.
It jumped?
Like I jump from group to group every year because how they split up our lunches every year. Like sometimes our friends were here, sometimes our friends were at other lunches. The one I remember the most was the one when I had a lunch table with Travis.
Oh yeah.
And we just came up. We had like a list of 100 different things that we said, just stupid shit that we'd find or just say. Like the one that always gets me the most is when Travis just randomly said titty sprinkles.
He said titty sprinkles?
Just randomly said titty sprinkles at lunch. And I lost it. I don't remember, I just don't remember the context of why it happened. I just remember that one the most because it was on the top of the list. It was like the first thing. Oh, and then AJ McDermott was like, "Why is this orange so hard?" That was another one on
Why
the
was
list.
the orange hard then?
I don't fucking know.
So
I don't know. AJ was that kid who came to lunch just squishing fruit, doing the whole thing with like an apple and orange.
I hated those kids though.
AJ was one of those, and then like we were at one of the tables that was right next to that was going long ways right next to the exit of where you got the food.
Oh yeah.
And we were one of those. We sat at the one end where there was another group at the other end, but our group had 7 people, and they only could fit 6 per side, sort of thing. So we had the extra chair at the end.
Oh yeah, we did that. We had.
So we just it always swapped who got that chair at the end of the day because it was like
usually
king
me
of
or
the
Dan
table.
that had the chair. But the reason I brought this up is because it's it's October. We've explained this already on podcast. But
Spooky month.
Spooky month. Have you ever had a story banned at your?
I wanted to
table?
mention this in the last thing because of what you were last stream, because last podcast, because you said, I don't remember the concept of why, but I remember wanting to bring this up to you because of something. I've never heard this story.
The story that got banned.
You've never told this story to me. You've always mentioned it, and every single time I tell you to tell it, you're like, nah, it's too much. I think today is the day.
I think it is.
You tell this story again, and you put it on the podcast for the internet to enjoy.
Okay, so here's how this story goes. So the original origin of this story started out as this kid at my lunch table broke his wrist or did something to his wrist at Votech.
Never mind, I have heard this story. You have told me this.
And I have said that he broke his wrist jacking it, and he told me to shut the fuck up, and we all laughed at him. And it's just a variation of that story of how this kid broke his arm, but it's Halloween. And this was the one that got banned. So I remember it was me, all my friends at this round lunch table.
Oh, you're at one of the round tables.
Yeah, at this time.
Those were great, though. Yeah. I love those round tables.
Yeah, we were on one of the round tables. So I was like, all right, everyone gather around. It's time for a story. So they all knew about the story because the original one was gross to begin with, but it had to be told. So the story goes that a kid is in his room. He's just slapping his meat. Just slapping it.
Why do you gotta make the motion?
I gotta make the motion.
Why do you gotta make the motion?
I'm sorry, I gotta make the motion.
If this was video, yeah, I would get it. But we're sitting here talking.
Can I get in the character?
With this, let me mention it. We meant mention this. We have a whole new look for these videos now too. This little abstract thing that says cross thoughts.
Yeah.
It's trippy.
Yeah.
It's chill.
I understand this.
But you keep going now. Sorry.
I'm just saying, I gotta get in the character.
Gotta get in the character. Should I mention that you were playing Mario Kart with Mario Kart? I keep saying fucking Mario Kart. I keep saying fucking Mario Kart earlier, and you two were playing a game where you shook up the fucking a can, and you were just fucking like acting like you were jerking it over here.
Oh yeah.
To get into character, like
well,
is
you
that
start
you
off
getting
slow.
into character?
All right, before I start the story, when you masturbate, you start off slow.
But we're not. You're not masturbating. You're just playing a game.
It gets you in the zone. You saw I almost won. Okay.
I don't know if you almost won. I think that's just the game feeling sorry for you. Because I saw it on the screen. Her character was going super quick in the beginning and just kept that pace the whole time where you were going super slow.
I'm just saying.
Maybe you should look at the controls. Maybe you'd win more games.
I'm just saying whatever. So anyway, kid is in his room. He's just masturbating. And this kid can only go at it at one hand. He's a right-handy, so he's not ambidextrous. Did I say that right?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
So
he can't use his left hand. That's just barbaric. So he's sitting there, and as he's doing it, he tore a ligament in his wrist that now he broke his wrist. His wrist is now not usable, but he's still hard. Okay, this man is still erect, and he can't.
Hold on. Does she know this story?
No, I don't think so.
I'm sorry. This story gets really bad.
It gets graphic. Before I get to the dirty gritty of this story, viewer
discretion.
It is. This is going to get very graphic, so just watch. So he breaks his hand, and he's like, "Oh my god, I need to go to a hospital." But now you got to understand and remember the picture. He's at his desk, pants is at his ankles, full cock fully erect. So he screams for his mom. He's like, "Mom, help. And she comes in and she's like, "What's wrong, sweetie?" And he's still at his computer chair, dick erect. And she's like, "Mom, I broke my wrist jacking off. Can you take me to the hospital?" She's like, "Oh, yes, honey, but I need to help you." So she gets down on her knees, starts kissing the tip. And she's like, no, Mom, that's not what I meant. So the mom's all mad because she's now like flabbergasted that he didn't want his dick sucked. So she's like, fine. So she's dressed up as a cat, a cat.
What?
She's dressed up as a cat because it's a Halloween party. Because this is how I get it. It's a Halloween party.
This wasn't how the original story went.
No, but
you're
this
just
is
adding
Halloween.
on. You're adding
This
a
is
whole
a Halloween version, though. I am telling the Halloween version. Okay, it gets worse, and this is the only time a member of the family comes. So the mom comes in, and this with her.
The only time.
This is the only time a family member is coming in. Just wait.
That's not the original story.
I don't care. This is a Halloween version. What do you not understand?
The original story is so much more. Much worse.
No. The Halloween one is so much worse. So can I tell the story?
Fine, go.
Let me tell the story.
Let's go.
So the mom has these real replica of Catwoman claws, and claws his cock. He claws it from the straight. So now the dick is bleeding. The kid's crying. He's like, get the fuck out. I don't want my family in here after last time. So he's sitting there. He's in pain. And as he's in pain, he's just crying. And all of a sudden, the moon is full. You hear a howl in the distance. Breaking through his door is a fucking werewolf. And as he smells the blood, it's an actual fucking werewolf, okay? I want to admit this. It's not some guy in a costume. It's an actual werewolf. So this actual werewolf smells the blood. It turns the werewolf on, okay? It's turning this werewolf on. And he's like, ooh, blood. So he grabs the kid, and just jams his hairy werewolf penis up the kid's ass and just starts howling as he's just ramming this kid's asshole. So he's like that. The kid's crying, and the werewolf's howling, and no one's helping the kid. The kid's 18. I mean, this is all 18, but it's not right. So the kid gets the werewolf gets done, finishes on the kid, and leaves. The kid's crying, and he's like, "Why can't I live a normal life? Why does this happen every time I decide to masturbate? I'm not done."
Hold on. This kid's life just got fucked compared to the original story.
Yes. Yeah.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
Just the original story I feel is worse than this, but this is just okay.
So anyway, he's crying. He gets back on his chair after being physically handled by a werewolf. And now he knows the werewolf is dominant. Let's make that clear. Werewolf made sure he's the pack leader between those two. I know, Marley. Anyway, so he's sitting there crying in pain. He's just in so much pain. He's crying. Just crying. And all of a sudden, Frankenstein walks in.
What the fuck?
So Frankenstein walks in, and he's like,
First of all, did you learn anything? His name's not Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein's monster.
Oh, I'm sorry, whatever. So Frankenstein's monster walks in, and then it's like, and he's just grabbing the kid's dick and yanking it like a fucking maniac. You know, you ever yank like a churro and it stretches or something? You know what? You know one of those desserts and it stretches, and as much as you stretch it, it just gets longer and longer. That's what this kid's penis looks like. Cowtail. You ever have a cowtail and just pull it? Yeah, that's what this kid's dick's starting to look like. Well, Frankenstein is just mashing it. Now Frankenstein is giving this kid like the most horrific hand job that you can imagine. It's like he's pounding into his pelvis. Frankenstein is actually breaking this kid's pelvis, giving this kid the old handy J. So the kid finally grabs Frankenstein's bolts and takes down the monster. So Frankenstein's monster is passed out on the floor. His dick now looks like a fucking beat up donut. So the kid's not having a good day. He's just not having a good day. I can't with this next one. So he's sitting there. His dick is still fully erect.
But you're going to anyway.
Yeah, I will. So the kid's sitting there. His dick is fully erect. Still, after all the beating, it's bleeding profusely as a bat flies in through a crack in the window. Dracula appears, gets on his knees, and then smells the blood. Smells his dick. Just smells his erect bleeding cock. And then he's like, oh, I want to suck the blood. And then turns his head and then just implants his fangs into the penis. And then he starts sucking. He's just like, to the point where now his dick looks like a dried up raisin. So this kid has been just destroyed by a werewolf. His dick has been mashed up by Frankenstein's monster. And he just got his dick shriveled up to a grape by a vampire. So he's just not having a good night. He just is not having a good night. To the point where his grandfather walks in. Well, not his grandfather. His grandmother walks in and hears himself crying. I lied about the family members. What a twist. So the grandmother comes in holding the grandfather's urn. Okay? Holding the grandfather's urn. And she's like, what's wrong? As she's crying. Okay? And he's like, Grandma, can you please, for the life, take me to a hospital? And she was like, okay, Sonny, but this was in your grandfather's will. As she opens the urn, pulls out his ashes, and then just slaps it on his cock and makes sure it's in those wounds and gives him a good old spit jay. And after that, he pushes his grandma out, and his grandma says, you are an ungrateful motherfucker, and then smashes his testicles with her cane. It sounds like, oh man, what does it sound like? It just sounds like that both his testicles are now popped. He has no more testicles. He is now crying on the floor. His dick is completely gone. His testicles have now been popped. And the last thing that ever happened is his uncle comes in and goes, I'll finish the job. And just closes the door. And then that's where the story ends. Thank you.
Wow.
Now you know why that story got banned at the lunch table.
That version?
That's what got the story banned, yeah.
You told me the other version, which is bad.
Yeah.
But that was graphic.
Yes.
And just too much.
Yes.
That was too much.
It was too much, yes. Everyone here is in silence. Why? It wasn't that bad. It was just a joke story. I mean, the other one had his sister hopping on him, so which one's worse? You tell me.
Mike, it's just the amount of detail you go in. You go into so much detail with this. And the fact that you make all these movements that the people can't see is what gets me. It's just, why?
I mean, there's a lot more pounding on tables, but I can't do that since, I can't make that much noise. But it really has like a huge acting thing. I've been thinking about making it a one-man show.
A one-man show?
Not a one-man show, but where like just one guy and then just have the, different cast members go in and do what they need to the guy. You would go see it on Broadway, right?
I'm not going to pay to watch porn on Broadway because that's what that is.
It's art.
Bloody, gory, very...
Saul's art.
Yeah, but that's in a movie theater.
Okay, what's making a movie?
I'm not making
a short movie.
We're not making this. No, you're gonna be the guy. You're gonna be the guy being fucked on. Then you're gonna be the one breaking his wrist.
There's a Christmas version of that one.
What?
Yeah, there's a Christmas version.
Well, I guess the people have something to look forward to if they want to hear this story again during December.
It's the 12 sadnesses of Christmas.
12 sadnesses of Christmas. There's 12 different people that come in.
Yes, 12, and it's less pain. It's more painful than the last. Yes.
Oh, okay, so that's going to be about a 45-minute episode of just you talking about this.
Yes.
Oh my God, Mike, you You always know how to keep me guessing. I sometimes I just don't know what I'm gonna expect from you, especially with these. Like I don't know what we're gonna talk about.
Yeah.
Half the time, like in the beginning, we used to like kind of write down what we were gonna do. It was scripted, but it wasn't. Yeah. Now we're just going off the cuff here, and that was just much.
It wasn't too much.
Now let's keep with this horror theme.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about my experience on Dead by Daylight last night.
Okay.
And how I wanted to fucking kill myself. Because I played about 6 games of Dead by Daylight.
Mm-hmm.
Every fucking time. I didn't survive one game because they kept using the new killer from Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah.
And I fucking hate that killer.
The Demigorgon?
I fucking hate it. The Demigorgon or whatever is a fucking dickhead.
Yeah, he is. He's a pretty... I haven't played against him.
The new map sucks. Well, I don't know. Well, the map
the
that's
Stranger
like...
Thing map?
Yeah, it's just kind of...
Isn't it a school?
Yeah, it's like the fucking, the other one that's in the building.
The doctors?
The
Asylum?
doctors.
Oh, no.
It's just like that.
Oh, no.
If not worse.
Yeah, no. That's not good. That's not good. That makes me upset, actually. I don't want to play on a map like that. That's ass. That's ass.
So how have you been?
I was banned from eating lollipops in one class.
You were banned from eating lollipops. What?
And in my English class. Because my teacher said I would eat them too sexual.
You would eat a lollipop too sexually?
Yeah, my teacher said it made her uncomfortable and told me to stop.
You know, here's the thing, man. Let's go back to the story for a second. As I'm sitting here looking at you,
mm-hmm.
Her face was fucking hilarious the whole time because she seemed like she just wanted to hit you.
Do you want to hit me? Oh.
Okay. Oh man.
See. So you know what we've been watching?
What?
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps? What happened to watching all the Simpsons?
We still do that. We also watch Goosebumps.
I've only read one Goosebumps book.
Wow.
Well, I've seen not all. I haven't just read. I read like one.
Yeah.
But I read that one, then the sequel to that one, and then the sequel to that one again. It was called
you had to wait for the sequels. You just didn't write them all at once and then really. Did they not release all parts at once? Did you have to buy each part separately?
No, it was like I read the one that called Say Cheese and Die.
Oh, that stupid camera. Yeah.
The camera one, and then I read the next. Then like when I started reading them, that was the second one was out called Say Cheese and Die Again or something like that. And then they made a new one in like this new Goosebumps series that came out when I was in like middle school. About like an amusement park or something about it. It was kind of weird.
Oh, Horrorland.
Yeah, and it's like another Say Cheese one was in the Horrorland versions, and I read that one.
The Horrorland episode of Goosebumps is so fucking stupid. Oh my goodness! It's about how it starts off with like this family going to like an amusement park. Well, first of all, they want to go to the zoo, and like the kids don't want to because it's just a bunch of fucking sheep. Because you know, ungrateful kids. And I want to say before I describe this episode and how '90s Goosebumps is.
Did you see the new movies with Jack Black?
No, are they even good?
I don't know. I just figured maybe you would have seen them because it seems like your cup of tea.
Here's the thing. I mean, as a kid, I didn't like horror movies, and so Goosebumps was just dumb to me. But so. It's just these people, and as they are they got lost trying to find the zoo, and as they are driving around, they find Horrorland, which is just this amusement park that's horror themed.
As you would think.
Yeah, so it's just to do all this scary, spooky shit. So the kids start to catch on that, I mean, the Horrorland is run by a bunch of actual fucking monsters, so red flag one, right there. Did not even think about, okay, they're just costumes. No, these are actual goddamn beasts looking at you in the eyes. So you're going to literally stay there. So no, fucking stupid. So the two kids realize what it is. The dad is the stupid. I don't know why in every 90s show the dad is the most incompetent fucking person ever. Like why? Why do they make the dads so stupid?
Kind of like Rick and Morty.
Yeah, like in Rick and Morty.
Retard.
Yeah, like Rick and Morty, like fucking Jerry is an idiot.
Speaking of that, did you see did you see the outrage of the fans?
For what?
The next season's only like 5 episodes.
Just 5?
I'm thinking they're doing what South Park does.
Do 5 and then
where they do 5 and then they take a winter break and then they're gonna release the next 5 after Christmas.
I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't.
But how they worded it on the commercial is what people got mad. Is like starting something November something or October something, 5 brand new episodes of Rick and Morty, and they didn't really clarify if they're gonna come back after that with more of the season or if it's just
Rick and Morty has so much controversy around it. Like I remember Hot Topic had some of those exclusive pop figures, and then it's like spoilers. I think there was like Shrimp Rick and Shrimp Morty.
Yeah, I mean that was, I don't know why they released those so early.
Because it was a Comic-Con exclusive.
Well, yeah, I get that, but like I don't know why they even released them for Comic-Con. It's kind of stupid. Like, why would you spoil the show?
Because you want it before it comes out or some bullshit. I don't know.
Oh, I saw something today that's actually pretty exciting. Speaking of which, Dan actually just did something on it. Or someone did it. The hell was it?
You're all beautiful people. I just want you to
know. The creator of Simpsons Hit and Run told someone at IGN that game is due for a remaster. So
see, that makes me happy.
They're basically, I am hoping they're gonna push to make it, because if they make a Simpsons Hit and Run remaster, it would be awesome. Like they're remaking SpongeBob Battle for the Bikini Bottom.
Yeah, no, I can't wait.
I'm so excited to replay that game. With achievements, it's gonna be an easy 1,000. Easy 1,000.
Do you wish you could go back into the 90s and just live?
Considering I only spent 3 years of my life and I don't remember any of it, probably not.
I do. The 90s were such a simple time, bro. I don't know why, but the only thing I didn't agree with on the 90s was that baggy clothes bullshit. I didn't like that. I didn't understand what that was.
I mean, you wear skin tight clothes, so yeah, I can get it. I get it.
I mean, you just look nice in, clothes like this. In baggy clothes, you look like a fucking fool. Did you ever notice in Nickelodeon shows in the 90s, like every kid wore a fucking like oversized polo?
Yeah.
Every time. Like, I remember Drake and Josh would have some polos on all the time. It was always trying to make them... Like, no kid ever dressed like that. Nobody. I mean, dude...
some kids did. Some kids, probably like the nerdy kids, dressed like that.
I remember my mom in 6th grade tried to make me and Dan wear nice clothes every day.
I could see it. I could see her trying to do that kind of shit to you.
She told us it's a dress code, and then after like the 3rd day, me and Dan started catching on. Like, wait a minute. Why is everyone else not wearing nice clothes? So we got mad at my mom, and then we didn't listen to her for a while because it was just such a lie.
So, have you ever really gone to an interview?
For what?
For like a job?
Yeah.
And, like you were there with someone else who was getting interviewed that same day?
No.
You've never done that?
No.
Well, like I've done this a few times now, where I like go in for an interview. The one that sticks out the most is the day I got interviewed for Little Caesars. Because me and Nate got interviewed at the same time.
Okay.
And Nate didn't get hired for 3 months after his interview, which doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
Because like, I think they shouldn't. I don't know. I think that makes sense.
But here's why I remember it. So I come in, I'm just wearing like a nice pair of blue jeans, nice shirt, like a decent shirt, just just a normal t-shirt, like a shirt I'm wearing now, like this Pac-Man shirt. Went to talk to Ryan. I get in there, I'm just waiting for Ryan to come talk to me. Nate comes in dressed up in like a full tuxedo, his hair all done nice, and it made me think. And I was just thinking about it the other day.
For a job at Little Caesars.
Yeah, I was like, why do
a job at Little Caesars?
Why do people go to these like these jobs that are like starting jobs in suits and ties to get it for an interview?
I don't know. That's not right.
I did my interview at Lids in my Big Lots uniform.
Yeah, I know. I went in with a black t-shirt and black jeans for my interview at Hot Topic.
Well, that makes sense.
I know. I was trying to think of the most Hot Topic thing I could wear. I mean, whenever I go out to actual job interviews, I just wear a nice shirt. Like, again, when I went in for the interview at Big Lots, I was wearing a hoodie.
I remember.
Then when I got an interview at Five Below, I was just wearing a t-shirt. I really never actually wore anything nice to an interview. Really, I think Little Caesars was the only one because I wore a fucking black cardigan. And Ryan looked at me like, "Okay, you're a little dressed up, but okay."
So me and Andrew, when I went over to Andrew's house the other day, because obviously I'm gonna be moving in there in November, so we were reminiscing some old stories about Little Caesars and everything. And we remember were you ever there for Halloween?
No.
You weren't there for Halloween?
I left at Halloween.
I remember during Halloween, the wolves came in crayon costumes.
Crayon
costumes. And that was the day. That day is what sparked the review for our store saying we cooked babies.
Oh my god! Because I remember I saw the post on Facebook with the fucking crib under the oven.
They kept their pack and play next to the dough machine. Well, not the dough table thing that we like put the dough in the pans on that side, so they were at dress and they could still look at the kids. And I just remember that I remembered why that day was so weird, because they were the only ones dressed up. And everybody else was just in their normal uniform.
Why did they not tell anyone to dress up?
I don't know.
Why are they this
anybody
dumb?
To dress up?
That is so stupid.
Actually, no. They weren't the only ones to dress up. I remember that year, one of our employees used to work at Papa John's, so they came in their Papa John's uniform. And Ryan and Christine just let them work.
Bro.
It looked so stupid.
Bro. That's insane.
I was manager on shift, so you know where I put him?
Where?
Up at register.
Of course you did.
Just to be that asshole.
Of course.
Just to confuse the customers.
Why?
Because it was funny to me.
I don't remember a lot of mean customers at Little Caesars.
I don't either.
I remember a lot of them no, I don't think I've really ever. I mean, I remember a few of them, but they weren't that noticeable or memorable. I remember that these two guys wanted to fight because they thought the bread that was in the thing was the only bread left, and we were like, no, we can make more bread. And these two were just yelling at each other, and they're like, you can? And then they started arguing over who gets the fresh bread. I was like, it's all pretty gross, but...
Have you seen the fucking hot boxes in there yet that you can order online? You don't have to talk to anybody.
There's a hot box?
There's a little fucking portal box.
Oh, pizza box.
No, it's literally you remember how we had the hot boxes where we kept the hot and readies?
Yeah.
Now there's one on the end of each counter.
Yeah. That
you walk up to with a 4-digit code you get from your phone when you order off your phone.
Oh.
You press it in. A little door opens. You grab your food and you just leave.
Oh my goodness, that sounds amazing.
There's no interaction with the Little Caesars crew ever again with it.
That sounds awesome.
I've used it once. I walked in there, and you know who started talking to me?
Who?
Matt.
Matt still works there?
Yeah, Matt still works there.
Good for Matt.
You know how much he's making?
How much?
$10.15 an hour.
That's still not good, Matt.
You know how much I was making when I left there?
What?
$15 an hour.
Why is he not getting the respect he deserves?
Because they know he'll work for little money, and he never pushes for it. He just seems content, even though he's deep down inside he hates himself.
I can't believe he still works there. In his high school picture, he had such a life ahead of him.
So did you and Dan. You and Dan looked cleaned up and nice for your
We were only wearing shorts under that. We weren't wearing actual.
You weren't wearing a full suit and tie.
Nope.
Did you take those pictures at the school?
No.
You actually went to go get them done.
We got them done, but we only wore shorts.
Wow,
my parents didn't want to pay for the pants, and they didn't want to pay for nice pictures. But as long as we got that top part, we were good. That's how my parents rolled. I remember. Oh my goodness! I remember the one time my mom accidentally paid for a background, and she didn't put down what she wanted. And she always wanted gray, which was fucking boring. So when they told me and Dan that we could pick our colored background, we're like, oh, and we picked our favorite colors. My mom went, you know how fucking stupid these pictures look now? Like, you didn't even...
Hold on, does she have one of those like album ones where it goes in order and then you just have that one year where it's fucking off?
Yeah. She's like, do you understand how stupid it was? I don't care that you picked the color, but you picked colors that did not fucking like help at all what you were wearing. I think I picked a green background with a green shirt.
You dumbass. You fucking dumbass.
So my mom was like, oh my... So
Wait a minute. Why didn't the person taking the pictures understand that? Like, not try to stop you from doing that?
That's what they can't say, they just did whatever we said because they can't argue with us. They don't know for sure. I mean, they're getting paid with our parents' money. So of course they have to take the picture, whatever I say went, and they did a green picture.
So what you're telling me is if your mom showed me a thing of all your yearbook photos, it would just...
I believe it's green. I believe I picked green.
It would be all normal, and then for 1 year it's just going to look retarded because you and Dan chose the fucking randomest colors, and then it goes back to normal.
Well, there's the one where I burnt my face to hell.
What?
My sophomore picture, I was trying to get my face clear before picture day, which was in a month, and I accidentally gave myself a chemical burn by mixing acne medication. So... in my photo, I have a red face. Wasn't proud of that one at all. And then I thought I looked good, and I did a creepy smile, so I looked like some creepy burned kid. So it didn't look good. I did not have the best of luck on school photos. I always looked the most goofiest ever. It was pretty bad.
Oh, I think I saw your junior year photo in one of Bryant's yearbooks.
I think I wore a gray shirt, I believe, in my junior.
I just remember going through Bryant's yearbooks because he had 4 of them, and you were in 2. Obviously, you were in 2 of them because he's 2 grades behind you. And I found you specifically. I went to find you and Dan specifically because like you couldn't find you without the other.
Yeah.
So, wasn't Dan not pictured in one?
Yes, his sophomore year.
Why didn't he get pictures?
Because he didn't want to. He wanted to go to Votech and did not know you took it after Votech. And when he got back from Votech, he didn't feel like, doing it.
They should have just copped down and just put your face twice.
They could have.
At that point, they really could have.
They would have never known. They could have just changed the picture and all kinds of shit, but they didn't.
You would think they would just use last year's photo, the year before.
They could have. He didn't really change. He still had his stupid long hair.
Dan has gone through phases with his hair. You did too, though.
He wanted a man bun for a while.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's why I finally cut mine.
He wanted a man.
Because I was able to finally put it in it.
Yeah, but you're Asian. That's okay.
And then I was like, good, I've made it to this goal. Now I can shave my fucking hair. Now I can go cut my hair again.
He always threatens to shave his head. Always says he's going to shave his head. And
does he look at his old photos? Does he look like your guys' like younger photos when you guys did have buzz cuts and you guys look like eggs?
The fucking look. Really? You thought we looked like eggs? I mean, we were not pretty children. We were ugly children.
Mike, you literally look like...
we were not
Yes, you look like Steve in that photo, but the reason you look like Steve is you have that giant egg head.
I go back and look at my childhood photos, and I look so fucking weird. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have ugly kids.
You know what?
You
know what saves you now? Your beard. You really you do the advice my dad's always told me.
What?
Grow a beard. It hides the ugly.
It does. It really does. It adds a handsome filter.
It adds a jawline.
It does.
Like, have you ever seen Rhett without his beard?
Yes.
He has no jawline.
Well, Rhett unhinges his mouth like a snake. It's terrifying. Have you ever seen that man unhinge his mouth to eat something?
Maybe
all
once
the time.
Or twice in the video.
His mouth is so fucking big. Also, I need to get my beard cut because the mustache hairs are going in my mouth.
Yeah.
And then when I wake up in the morning, it collects.
Are you gonna travel all the way to Doug in Colonial Park still, or are you gonna find someone new?
No, I'm going to Colonial Park. I just have to call him.
Where is it even at?
Colonial Park.
Is it at the Colonial Park Mall?
It's in the mall, I believe.
Okay. You can't just say Colonial Park and expect me to know what you're talking about.
I have absolutely no idea where in the mall it is.
I don't like that mall.
I remember the one time me and her went to the mall, and We were going to this Chinese place, and the Chinese place next to us, we're like, no, you don't want to go over there. That food's not good. Come over here. We're like, all right, well, they're confident. We got to go over there.
Wait, and then, at the Colonial Park Mall?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's either you. So was it the Japanese place telling you to come over there, or was it the Chinese place?
One near. It wasn't the.
Well, the Chinese and the Japanese place are right next to each other in that mall.
It was in the one in the middle, I believe. It wasn't the one near Buffalo Wild Wings. It was one next to the one.
So the Chinese place told you to come over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
It was okay, and then they made sure they added They added way too much meat to our shit.
Because their Japanese place sucks.
I mean, I guess, but it was good.
No,
chicken.
The Japanese place at that Colonial Park really sucks. It's like Tokyo 2 or something like that. Or something.
I don't like it because that place looks that mall is so depressing.
That mall is depressing.
It is. I don't know how anyone could just go there and be like, oh god, I can go in here and with dignity and work at this mall that has piss outside. We saw, wasn't there like an argument going on because someone didn't hold the door open and it hit the stroller or some shit? Remember that argument? And we thought we were gonna see a fist fight.
Us?
No, me and Mariah. It was so weird.
Dude, I don't know. I don't go to that mall anymore. I used to.
I don't like it. I just don't like it.
I don't either.
I like our mall. It's simple.
You know what sucks about our mall? Our Annie Ann's.
What?
They never have anything ready when you want it.
They really don't.
They never have anything ready at that one.
They really don't.
They always just choose not to make some things. Like, you know, you may not like them, but I like the freaking mini pretzel dogs.
Yeah, no, I like those.
Yeah, they're never ready. You always have to wait like 7 to 10 minutes to get like
7 minutes for hot dogs.
Sure, it's like cool. I can get these fresh, but like I gotta get back to work.
I know, like I want to sit down, bro. I only have like 15 minutes, and now I don't get to sit down. Fuck like, you.
The fuck. Don't ever go to the Galleria Mall in York either. Their Annie Ann sucks ass.
Whose?
The Galleria Mall down by where I live now. Don't ever go to that one.
You know what else sucks?
What?
Vampires.
We're not going back to this, okay?
Did you hear the joke?
Yeah, I heard the joke. We're not doing this. You stupid pun idiot. You are so stupid.
I'm stupid? What?
You're stupid. You're dumb, Mike. You're dumb. You're dumb.
You don't like my puns?
No.
Why?
'Cause.
What did the buffalo say to his son?
What?
Bison. It's a joke.
It's a dad joke, Mike.
You know what?
Have you elevated to being a dad and you're not even a dad?
Do you know what my favorite kind of pop is?
What?
Coke. You guys don't have humor. Fuck you. It's fine. It's fine. You guys just do not have humor. You know, I forgot you know how. Let me explain something to you. You know, I forgot how to throw a boomerang, and then it came back to me.
I'm gonna fucking hit you. I'm gonna fucking hit you.
No one's happy here right now. They're so pissed. They're so mad. It's just a pun. It's not that bad.
It's just...
What? It was a pun. I thought it was a pretty sick pun.
You done?
What do you call an alligator in a vest? An investigator. That was pun time with Mike.
Why? Just why?
Why what?
Where does your brain go?
I really don't know sometimes. It just goes out. It's just, zones out sometimes. So,
this podcast is kind of derailed.
What do you mean it's derailed?
It's kind of derailed.
It's going great.
It's going great for you. It's just been you talking for the last 50 minutes or so.
Do you think dogs lick us because they know there's bones inside us?
What?
Do you think the reason we worship cats is because they're actually aliens and they mind control us with their cuteness? Look at them. Cats are fucking cute.
Mind control us with their cuteness. I mean, for most cats, they just try to get the fuck away from us. Like how Marley's trying to get the fuck away right now.
Marley, first of all, is a little shit and he takes everything we do for him for granted. He's a little selfish cat. Look at him. So I have come to terms that I am more of a cat person than a dog person. I
could see it.
Yeah.
I could see it.
Cats are just so much better. I never had fun with dogs. Always had fun with cats. Like, I think my mom wants to get a small dog.
Just get a Chihuahua.
I don't want a fucking Chihuahua. You ever have a Chihuahua hump your arm?
No.
Yeah, it's not
but
fun.
I've been around Chihuahuas.
I don't like Chihuahuas.
They're okay. They're not terrible.
I just don't like them. I do not like Chihuahuas. So, Joe, do you think it's gay to call another man handsome?
I don't know.
You don't think that's gay?
Maybe. No.
I don't think it's gay. I'll call another man handsome.
I know, because you call people handsome all the time.
I do.
You call me handsome on occasions, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Doesn't it not bring up your spirit?
No.
It doesn't bring up your spirit?
No.
What do you mean?
Because I know I'm ugly as fuck.
So what? Your friend calls you handsome. That should build up your self-esteem. I'm just saying. So do you think ghosts and skeletons, which one do you think's more scary?
A ghost?
You think ghosts? You don't think a fucking clickety-clack coming towards you to shove that boner clack up you is not scary?
No.
No? What do you mean no?
No. I've killed enough of them in video games that they're not scary anymore.
The Skelly Boys?
Yeah, they're not scary anymore.
You know what's scary?
What? As he takes a drink. You know, that's great.
Michael Myers.
I mean, kind of. Not really. I mean, he's still a better killer than Freddy.
No, he's not. He's not.
I mean, Freddy's not a... I mean, at least Michael's not a fucking child molester.
He's not... Okay, we've gone through this again, and I will make this argument again. Freddy is not a child molester, okay? He is a child murderer, okay? And I understand that's still not a good thing, okay? But he's not both like he is in the new one. Okay,
New one's still canon. So he's a child molester.
No, it's not canon.
Yes, it is.
Who would canon that? Why would you canon that? Huh?
Because, Mike... Just accept that your favorite killer is a child molester.
He's not a child molester because that wasn't Robert Englund. It wasn't the real Freddy.
Then the real Freddy got killed by Jason, and he's a bitch because he died.
You know, I don't understand why people like Jason so much. He's just some fucking fugly goddamn man that wears a mask because he knows he's ugly. He's some mama boy bitch. Oh, you wear my mom's sweater? Yeah, I fucked my mom's head in the shack. He has a toilet.
Besides all
he's a zombie. Think about this. Jason is a zombie. Excuse me, I am sorry. Hang on, I'm gonna get. I can't do it. Hang on. He's a zombie that shits.
Let me say what I'm gonna say. Besides all like the mother fucking and all that shit, maybe you should wear a mask. Ty, you're ugly.
That's mean. It's mean, bro. There's a.
No, I know I should
a
wear
lot
a
of
mask.
shame in what you just said. I'm just saying.
I should wear a mask.
I'm just saying.
I know I should.
I'm just saying that Jason is just he's just a born killer. He just has cool kills. What's his personality? He's fugly. That's his personality. He doesn't have a personality.
I mean, talkless killers are better.
I doubt that's true. You're gonna tell me that Myers and Jason
silent killers are way better.
You're gonna tell me those two are better than Pennywise.
You know,
and Freddy.
I get why you like puns so much, because that's all fucking Freddy is a pun master. And he says bitch a lot.
I don't say bitch that much.
But I see why you like Freddy so much. You relate to him.
Did you ever...
See, no, this makes sense. You had a chemical reaction, right? You're trying to make yourself look like Freddy.
Oh, my God.
It finally makes sense, Mike.
You're such a dick.
You've always wanted to be Freddy.
You're such a dick.
Except maybe not the child molesting part, but you've always wanted to be Freddy.
I'm offended. I'm just offended. I mean, you're going to tell me.
It's all out of love, Mike.
You're just going to tell me that Pennywise and Freddy are
not
Pennywise
is way better than Pennywise is way better than Freddy and Jason to me. My two favorite killers are Pennywise and Michael Myers. Those are my two favorite killers.
If you really think about it, how many people did Pennywise really kill in the first It movie for like the chapter 1?
It's a good point.
Besides, like on screen wise, how many people did he kill?
I don't even know.
What? I think he killed Georgie. I think Georgie's the only one he killed. Is there going to be more kills in the second one? Like what the fuck? I just realized that. That's all I'm saying.
They should add Pennywise to Dead by Daylight.
They apparently are.
That'd be cool.
They apparently are.
And you know Nick would never stop playing it.
I know he wouldn't.
So, I'm looking over here. As you're torturing the cat. This is getting caught on camera. You're torturing the cat.
I'm not torturing it.
I'm looking over here at your Overwatch pop figures, and we're in the spooky time.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna play some Overwatch, the Halloween Terror event this month.
I don't like playing Overwatch because it makes me scream real deep. Like it's a very, very angry scream when it comes to Overwatch. She doesn't like when I play it. I don't like how angry I get. You don't.
We're coming up.
I
with
thought
the
I
one.
Scared you. Oh no, that's when we were playing Rocket League and you broke your ankles and I was screaming so loud.
We're coming up to the 1-year anniversary of them in time. You were on. I don't even know what you were on, but you put these things over in my chat as we streamed, and I read them out loud on the YouTube channel.
Oh my God, was it that long ago?
We did it during Overwatch Terror, and the only reason I know it's during the Halloween Terror event is because it had the pumpkin hamster during the video.
I'm a little pumpkin.
What? All right. Well, I think that's where we're gonna end this. Mike's dying. Thank you everybody for watching this episode of the Cross Thoughts podcast. Oh my God. I hope you guys have a good one. Remember, use code CrossThoughts at your checkout at SoSick Clothing to save 15%. And remember to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell to stay notified of when these go up. See you guys later.